Let's start this with a prayer. Dear Father, I thank you for this day and this opportunity to be used as a vessel to let your people know that you are available, able, and ready in the name of Yeshua from Nazareth. Let's cut this bread. It's day 3 of my 21-day scripture journey. Psalm 5:11. But let all who take refuge in you be glad. Let them ever sing for joy, and may you shelter them, that those who love your name may exult in you. Exult. I don't know if I've ever been in a position to run to somebody for shelter, except him. Now, I'm going to keep saying this because a lot of people, it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm living in my past, but I came from a really cruddy place with no support and no one to really just take the time and be like, are you okay? So I'm going to talk about all of the things that made me not okay and how the Most High himself has come through and been like, come on, baby, lay right here, get this shelter, get this comfort, take this rest, get this peace. And being in the world and when life teaches you and raises you, you feel like, well, I felt like I had to be extra tough. I had to be proactive and not letting anybody hurt me. But when I found out how powerful, running to him was, you couldn't say nothing to me. Let all who take refuge in you be glad. Now, this is the message, and it says, but you'll welcome us with open arms when we run for cover to you. Let the party last all night. Stand guard over our celebration, for you are famous, God, for welcoming God seekers, for decking us out in delight. Has anybody ever really been like, oh my gosh, you're going through something? Come here, I got you. You don't have to worry about it. I'm going to take care of everything. And it also speaks to like, where do we run when stuff isn't right? Now, I know I used to literally just run into nothingness. I didn't love myself. I didn't like myself. I couldn't stand the thought of me, so I had to be this person that I was not. I wasn't created to be tough Tanya or, like nothing bothers me. I got no feelings. None of that. It was not until like I just kept hitting a wall. And I really believe that when my accident happened, that it changed for me because I was severely depressed. And then they put me on psych meds, which started inducing these homicidal and suicidal thoughts. And then I don't know if you know what it's like when your body becomes addicted to drugs. And it's not like I was purposely like popping these pills like, oh, I want to get high. My arm was on fire. I had 11 surgeries. It looks like a whole Frankenstein arm. And I would feel this thing under my skin, like just crawling, and I wanted to die. And then I thought about like how the enemy had took so many of my family members out with addiction. Now, I was like in my mid-30s, and there was no way I was gonna go out with pills. So I remember being in the room and knowing that I really had to make a choice, and I had nobody. I closed the door. I'm like, F the devil, you ain't taking me. And I'm like, God, let's go. And literally resting in him, even though I felt uncomfortable, seeking him every single day. Like, God, how do you want me to get through this? And this was only the beginning of the storm that I was going through. But then it was like December 31st. And I remember going to sleep, and I'm getting ready for bed, right? And I'm going to sleep. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. And God being like, it's done. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. It's not. Right? He was like, go to bed. I woke up in the middle of the night. There was no crawling thing under my skin. It was him saying, look, when it got rough for you, you came to me. You hid in me. You rested in me. I got you now. This is the victory. And then, where does this go? I think it's, yeah. So In the Name of God Bible, it says, "But let all who take refuge in you rejoice. Let them sing with joy forever. Protect them and let those who love your name triumph in you." That means win. I'm gonna win in you. When I came to you, when I was low, like, this is how this works. Being in a spot where I couldn't do anything, like, they took my leg, they wrapped it on my arm, they gave me some pills to fight the pain, then my body became addicted to the pills, and now I'm like in this conundrum where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go down the same road. And instead of running to something else, I had to run to him. I had no other choice. There was nobody that could help me. The enemy was attacking my mind, he was attacking my physical, he was attacking my emotions. And to really like just fall back in God and be like, man, help. And for him to come through, did I have to wait some time? Yeah, I had to wait like 30 days before it was a wrap, because I had to wean myself off of this medication. And it was a choice. It was a choice, because I could have been stuck. I could have stayed in this, oh, I'm just going to keep popping these pills because I got pain. Or I could have stayed in the fact that, like, I'm going to get these pills so I can pop them off and make some money. It wasn't me. It wasn't my life. It wasn't something that I was going to do. But to come out triumphantly in him because of who he is, I could never jack on anything that I have ever done. I have never gotten myself personally out of any jam that I have gotten myself into. It has always been him. Let me just encourage you, man. Being in him and knowing that he got you, like, come on, man, you having a hard time? Come seek this rest with me. Come get this shelter with me. Hide in me, abide in me. And I'm going to be in you so you can get through anything. And then it says, let them ever sing for joy, and may you shelter them, that those who love your name may exalt in you. Every day, jacking it down on what the Most High has done. I have never gotten myself out of position. I have never, read a self-help book that has done what he has done. There is cause for a new song every single day. And I literally can get up and rap a new song every single day. I mean, I don't know how to sing, but I can rap something. But to him, because he's amazing, I really should have been a whole different person. I'm 44, and in the 44 years that I've been on this earth, like, I want to say like 40 of them joints was bad. And I got one of those lifetime movie lives. Like, the stuff that I live is the stuff that you see on the screen. And with him, he's done the work internally, showing me time and time again, you could trust me, you could holler at me, you can depend on me. There's so many times I was alone. There were so many times I had nobody. There were so many times I wanted to call it quits. And him showing me that I could rest in him, that I could trust him, that I could love him. Where am I gonna go? What am I gonna do? Like, it's amazing, because I don't know what they teach people in church, but let me tell you, when the Most High teaches you, he gives you gems, and you rock them and you carry them around your neck, close to your heart and close to your head, so it's always in here and in here about who he really is. I know it might seem tough, and you might not have anybody, because I didn't have anybody either. But having him supersedes all of that. I don't care who wasn't there. Ain't no need for me to point a finger. Only one I'm pointing is up, because it's him. Got me up, all the way up. Man. He welcomes us with open arms. His son died while we were still sinners, with the hopes that we would come back to him and we would work it out and not miss the mark. Holla at him.